house was ablaze as I departed. I set off into the deepest crevices of the abyss, leaving all behind. Not knowing what I was to find, I took the plunge, straight into the darkness. And what lay there, deep at its heart, shook me to my core. I may have abandoned all my fears, but they have not forgotten me.
Well, that is it for now, folks, but make sure you stay tuned because we'll be taking your sound request in just...
This is wrong. It's all wrong!
Class B, subordinate 3546. Please approach the intercom. Ah, crap. Forgot your old booze from the gymnastics. Hello, D-Class 3546. You work here. This is the SCP Replication Division. We make replicas of anomalous objects and paranormal events here. I am the site coordinator. You've run through this scenario over 100 times. Please come to the middle of this hangar. There's a control panel on a raised platform. Next to it is an intercom.
SCP-R9237 Reenactment Test 179 completed by Class D subordinate number 3546. Restoration of reenactment scene by cleanup crew request filed.
Who are you? What's going on here?
Just calm down, breathe in, breathe out. As I stated previously, I am the site coordinator of the Replication Division's Facility 1. You are a D-Class tester who tests paranormal entities that we have replicated here. If you're feeling distraught, fatigued, bloated, and or disoriented, then allow me to provide you an ounce of comfort in saying that's completely normal.
Why don't I remember anything?
Oh, well, that would be the amnestics, of course. They're what you might call forgetting pills. You ingested them prior to the test. We need you as close to a clean slate state each time you go through the test, so as to avoid demonic contamination. Surely you understand? We don't want you staining the house with your own projections now, do we? No. First question. Upon retrieving the bathroom door from the camera's void dimension and entering the bathroom, what did you encounter?
Some kind of ocean and boundless darkness.
Yes, and in the ocean you found?
A white table.
Do I really need to spell it out for you? We're not scouting for furniture from the autumn catalog here. What was inside the table's drawer?
A tape of the little girl in the attic.
Great. And when you reached the attic and set everything up like in the video, what happened?
She told me to piss off and vanished.
I find that highly unlikely, but have noted it nevertheless. And that concludes our interview. Class D subordinate, drop off the items you acquired during testing into the duffel bag next to the exit doors. You may carry on with testing after that.
Where are the exit doors?
Behind you, in the corner of the hangar, big red doors, red light shining above them. Just go on. Site coordinator out. And remember, There is no replication division.
up on your feet. You're no good to anyone down there. I told them to cool it with the amnestics, but they just love taking advice from security. Let's get you to your office. That feeling in your gut, like you're gonna vomit your insides out, that is, normal, and you've been through this more times than I care to count. Right now, you need to ground yourself. And there's something in your office that'll help you do just that. We call them Pathfinders. Personal items that you and only you know the full story of. They'll help you find your bearings. Check them out inside, and everything about this place will start coming back to you real soon. It ain't all happy memories in there, but that's just life, I guess. I'll be waiting here once you're done. See you when you get back. And, almost forgot. I'm John. Hopefully you'll figure that out for yourself soon.
Remember. I guess the two of them make all of this seem worthwhile. Couldn't take off the suit even for a photo, could you, John? They've been redacting my reports on the house for some reason. A keepsake from Mom. She died before I got the chance to meet her. Regional Science Fair. The thing that won it was my homemade portable radio tower. Sleep was a no-show for weeks leading up to it. It was a Monday. I remember because Dad split the next Thursday. Didn't get much sleep after that, either.
Dearest Annie, there are things that have been eating away at me for years. I have to try and make it right, for both of you. I hope that it's not too late. I will come back to you and make sense of it all. Keep the light on until I get back.
I must have read this note a billion times. But no matter how many times I've read it, I still can't figure it out. What could make you leave your only child behind? The note came with this inside. Thanks for the jewels, Dad. Really made you leaving feel like a breeze. After Dad left, I did some things I don't like to think about too much. Got into some real trouble real quick. And when they offered to help, I didn't see any other way of going about it.
Brace yourself. This is the best part.
The first movie I ever saw in the cinema with Dad. The abduction scene made me spill my soda all over him, but he couldn't stop laughing. I try to catch it whenever it's on at a revival house.
All done? It's standard procedure to ask you a couple of personal questions, just to make sure you're all there. I don't mean to pry, but protocol means I'm obliged to. Ready?
I'm ready.
What did your mother leave behind for you?
A locket.
What won you the science fair competition?
A portable radio tower.
Right. And the last one. Why were you conscripted by the Replication Division?
To work on a secret project.
You're just one Pathfinder away from getting out of this room. Scout's honor. Give him one last look. I'll be waiting. Ready?
I'm ready.
What did your mother leave behind for you?
A locket.
What won you the science fair competition?
A portable radio tower.
Right. And the last one. Why were you conscripted by the Replication Division?
Because I'm a badass engineer.
You're just one Pathfinder away from getting out of this room. Scout's honor. Give him one last look. I'll be waiting. Ready?
I'm ready.
What did your mother leave behind for you?
A locket.
What won you the science fair competition?
A portable radio tower.
Right. And the last one. Why were you conscripted by the Replication Division?
To avoid jail time.
It is my privilege to conclude that you are of sound body and mind. Welcome back, Annie.
Thanks for the warm welcome. Good to be back, I guess. Where is everyone anyway?
There was a little mishap while you were in the house. Frank blew out of here and took a few dozen blocks of concrete with him as well.
You don't say.
Yes, ma'am. And as a little bonus for us, Code Red lockdown. Everyone was evacuated on the spot. Well, everyone except the three of us and a particular pain in the ass. Someone has to stay behind so we can have subordinates to fight.
Attention! All personnel gather up.
Speak of the devil.
Well, if it isn't our very own D-Class 3546 back to her former glory. Considering we're under Code Red lockdown, protocols are paramount. We've had enough of an eventful evening with someone deciding SCP-R-6448 deserved a night on the town. There will be no more mistakes tonight. Your little skeleton crew of 3 is the only personnel remaining on site as per emergency protocol. With that in mind, D-Class 3546, I believe you have a mandatory weapons and safety rebrief to attend. Run along now. Mustn't keep your colleagues waiting.
Jesus. Good evening. My name is... Do I really need to do this? She knows what my freaking name is.
Safety protocols and regulations are to be followed to the letter!
Good evening. My name is Ray, and I will be performing the mandatory weapons and safety rebrief as prescribed by the SCP Replication Division's Safety and Regulatory Protocol. I will now commence with the rebrief.
Wonderful. Now get to it!
He always stops listening at this point. Yada yada yada, don't blow your brains out with a firearm. Kinda obvious, but hey. Don't mistake SCP-2950 for SCP-396. No duh. And I think we're done. Congratulations, you are now officially rebriefed. Weapons and safety-wise.
I can't believe just how much safer I feel already.
Good. And for that, you get a cookie. In the form of this beautiful level 1 keycard that'll get you into replica testing. I'd say don't spend it all in one place, but that's kind of the point. Oh, that's my cue. With everyone evacuated, guess I'm the designated power generator fixer. See you around.
You have your next assignment for the night. A pestering nuisance, but an assignment nonetheless. SCP-R-1974 awaits in the replication testing area. You'll be testing for speech patterns, syntax, and personality disorders. Seemingly a simple task, but one that takes a heavy mental toll. Make sure to forward all my animosities. Director out.
Oh, I love when you do that. It's like a balm for this washed out skin. Would it kill you not to kiss ass for just a single second? Can I share a sincere feeling of being killed for once? I apologize on behalf of Catherine. We had a deal not to burden others with our internal squabbles. It would seem, however, that the deal no longer stands. I don't remember making no deals. I will not allow yet another night to revolve around you and your cynicism. Come here, Annie. Let us continue this discussion in private.
Annie, great job with testing us.
Some incredible testing right there. It's moments like this I regret not having hands to clap with.
You two are in a fine mood.
Why wouldn't we be on such a fine night? Frank bust out of here, cutting through walls like they were butter. Now that's inspiring. Puts me in this dastardly mood. Although if I hear that prick saying how we're under code red lockdown one more time, I'll run a cyanide bath myself.
Please, for both of our sakes, tone down your feelings towards the site coordinator and curb your illicit activities.
You know what? Seeing as it's already been an eventful night, maybe we ought to spice it up a bit more. Listen well. The coordinator spends more time thinking about you than you realize. And I mean a lot. See, if I were you, I'd think real good and hard about visiting his office on the upper floors.
What's going on here?
I just figured you might want to find out why Pops took off all those years ago.
What do you know about my father?
I don't know nothing, but I can promise you that he does.
Even if I wanted to check out his office, which I'm not saying I do, you and I both know that it's impossible to get in there because he's holed up inside it 24/7.
I've got 3 words for you. Code Crimson Lockdown. 2 outbreaks on a single night? That wouldn't look good for a little site coordinator. I'd go as far to say he'd be forced to leave the premises immediately, as per safety and regulations, because the precious coordinator has to be protected at all cost. And that would mean his office would be free for anyone to indulge their curiosity. Go to the meeting room, take it from there, and see where it leads you.
What the hell?
Well, that's our peaceful retirement going down the drain.
If you need help, I ain't going nowhere. And no, you might not like everything you find up there, but you gotta face the music.
Oh, you're done with that thing. Ugh. Both condolences and congratulations are in order. I'd say I hope it wasn't too much of a nuisance, but that's unlikely. Well, go do whatever it is you do around here until you clock out. Returning to the crime scene, are we? I know you had something to do with this. I can't prove it, but I can't disprove it either. Rest assured that your friend will be caught.
On bucket duty tonight. Fun times.
What's up? I can tell something's on your mind.
Just, thinking about some old friends of mine. That's all.
John has friends on the outside? Wait here until I go and share that bombshell with Ray.
They're not around anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
It's fine. Been a while since they passed. Buddies of mine, from back when I was part of the MTF, before I got demoted down here. The reason I am here.
What do you mean?
We were part of an op gone south. An op that shouldn't have been given a green light in the first place. But hey, the monster was contained. What have we got to complain about? Shut up and wave your flags and medals.
What happened?
What was a calculated risk on their part, as they like to put it. What they didn't calculate was me being the only survivor. They should have just listened to what I had to say before the op, and no one would have gotten hurt. My suits never were ones for listening. They'd rather tell tales about all the SCPs they've contained, document them, and give them random numbers. But what you'll never find in those files is even a mention of all the lives laid down to secure those SCPs in the first place. I suppose that's just part of the job. Anyway, I wouldn't stop giving them hell. So they sent me on my merry way down here as a token of appreciation.
Do you miss them? Your friends?
Not a minute goes by where I wouldn't trade places with any one of them. And I feel like each additional one I get is a minute I didn't deserve. I've said too much. It's, not exactly something I like to talk about. But me not talking about it ain't gonna fix what they did.
And getting back at them would?
It'd make things a little easier, that's for sure.
Hopefully I'll have something to offer by the time this night's through.
You do that.